Okay. Okay, can I do this now? Oh, look at that. Boom. Share.
Oh, all right.
All right, so real quick, I made this per conversation that we kind of had a while ago, and we'll open it up to everyone. At the top, obviously, you've got inputs, outputs, and anything that's editable in the specific colors. You can list your target water profile. I mean, it's really only got just basic water profiles built in, but if you go over to this tab, you can you can start adding profiles, and it should show up there. So we've got both a US and leader calc. I'm just going to go through the US calc because it's the first one I'm on. Um, so simple kind of methodology. You put in the number of gallons of water you are going to treat. That is not the size of your Moromi. That is not the size of whatever your batch is. It's the gallons of water that you have in front of you that you are trying to that you are trying to treat. Uh, Same thing true with the liter calc. It's the number of liters that you want to have at a certain profile. Then from there, you add your profile already. So you've got calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, sulfate, all of that stuff, all of that fun stuff. Your targeted water profile is going to uh, be pulled from this upper list up here. This is Miyamizu at the moment. However, you can edit that if you don't find a target or you want to just create your own target, whatever. It's going to tell you a difference. Uh, so the difference of what you're off. So like, we're off by 33 parts per million calcium. And then down here, this is where you start playing with your salt additions. So, okay, we've got 1 gallon, we're off by an amount. Well, right now I've got adding 2 grams of a gypsum sort of thing. All of these are listed, by the way, as their hydrates. It's assumed that you're buying hydrates. Uh, you can edit this and see, I'm going to add 5 grams. And now you'll notice that after the water addition, now you have 456 parts per million calcium. If we do something more like 100 gallons of water, now notice that our current water is at 4. After addition, we, you know, uh, we've got quite a bit that we need still. So we'd add more like 50 grams. I don't know. That got me pretty close. Water after addition is 36. Bet you I could do 53. I'll get too much. 52 grams. At least I'm in the 37 range. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, I only have 3 minutes, and also I've been drinking whiskey slash beers.
So I love drunk explanations.
It doesn't pop out that the salt additions, you just kind of tweak the salt addition.
You just tweak. This is pretty basic. I do want to build one that will pop out salt additions or recommended salt additions. The problem the problem with that sort of thing is because you've got multiple salts that have like calcium in them, maybe there's one that makes more sense to you or one that doesn't make more sense. However, we will kind of work on that just in the future.
It's the traveling salesman problem, but a little less shitty.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you keep it like that, then you can at least calibrate it to like what you want. So like our water here has a shitload of calcium. So I don't want to add calcium chloride
Yeah.
or gypsum. I want to add like magnesium sulfate or like or other things.
Mhm.
So like yeah, I get the want to say like if you want to do this, you add that like this is what you want to add to that, or this is what you want to add to that. You can tailor it. Um, but I guess that gets back to my comment where it's like depending on where you're at in the US, you're gonna want to add different salts depending on your water profile.
Exactly.
Two comments. One, well, I think three. One, I love this. This is so simple and rad. A recommendation for people, like I think people will figure it out eventually, but maybe next to like the grams added column, you list what will change when you play with this. So like calcium chloride should be straightforward. Your calcium and chloride levels are going to be, but I think it'll take people just a little bit to get used to that. So even if it just says like, here are the 2 elements that will change the most, then they know where to look when they're playing with the numbers. And then as Justin was saying, since people's water profiles might not be the best, I'm wondering if eventually we'll need to do like a dilution calculation like Brew and Water has. But I like the simplicity of it. I love that you have like potassium and other things that aren't on the other water tables or the water things, and that'll be rad.
Did you add
People-
this to the chat yet?
Oh, this is on the Discord.
It
You got it,
should be on.
right?
Yeah, I think I put it on the Discord. I may not have edited the.
No, sorry, this is not public yet. You have not added this yet. This is
Well, I will
only-
make it public.
Yeah,
But yeah,
This is dope.
that's that's the short and long of it.
that's great, Reed. Honestly, thank you so much for putting this together. It's fantastic.